Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's wait for a checkup for a bit. Oh, okay, maybe we can start and Chaka joins later. Where is it? Sharing, caring. There you go. Oh no, there you go. You see my screen?
Yes, we do.
All right. Actually,
I think it froze again.
Yeah. I think you need to change your browser.
No, I think it's gone. It's coming back.
let's try once more. Yeah, I thought I should restart Firefox because if you leave GitHub running for too long, I think it goes crazy with the CPU and memory and all. So I wanted to restart it to start fresh. Anyway, here we are. You can hear me fine?
It seems like it, but speaking and with your
All right. Anything anybody wants to mention? We've been trying to cut 411. From my side, that's all I know.
I am pushing some batch of CVE fixes on most repos. And I am trying to have a look. We discussed there's something that hasn't been done public, which is our retrospective. And it came that this was one of the pain points that we have, that we would like to have some sort of a dashboard where we can see all those dependencies and maybe easily trigger all those CVEs upgrades on the different repositories. And that we're also a bit unhappy with how our current what is it, not dependable, but Renovate. Our Renovate is pushing some of the upgrades. So there are some tickets that were made. Maybe we look at them later, but just so you know, I'm putting at least the CVE ones for the release.
Yeah, and we also added one more ticket which we're hoping to include in 411 if we can make it, which is so it's an internal product request, but also useful for community to allow people to hook into the installation process and run some probably arbitrary, from what I understand, step like cleaning up disks and things like that, and show that as a checkbox. The same way we show K3s enable true, you can add your own steps and expose them through the terminal UI, so people can just check a checkbox and let them run. Something like that, a mechanism to extend the terminal UI with arbitrary hooks before installation. And this is the one. But yeah, I mean, it's spiky, so if it takes too long, I guess we should probably cut 411 and start working on it and put it in another one if we can't make it, if it's too complicated. All right, let me go then through the board, this board first, and then we go to the roadmap and remember what our focus is and try to plan things from the next release. So we added OpenVM tools in Hadron, but that's not released yet. We needed that. It was a request from community, and also William needs that for CAPI. But that is waiting for the 411 release, which we are trying to cut. Blocked mostly on CVEs. We're trying to bump various dependencies on various binaries to get rid of all the reports so we can cut the release. But this is done code-wise. Guest agent as well. QEMU guest agent also needed for CAPI, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's the same, Dimitris.
Yeah.
Go hand in hand with OpenVM tools.
Yeah. Upgrade from Alpine flavor to Hadron for ARP. Yeah, it was closed. It was an old bug which we fixed and it was verified working and got closed. Linting and make it required fixing CI, I guess. Reduce size of K0S package, that was closed because it's no longer relevant, if I recall correctly. It's an old ticket in which we were trying to reduce. Yeah.
It's because it's not possible in the way that the different dependency binaries are integrated in K0S. And we haven't heard of anyone requesting this anymore. So yeah, I think it's not a problem.
Yeah, I report that our was it links, a disclaimer, something was not compliant with the Linux Foundation rules. Yeah. And actually Will contributed that and fixed it, so which is nice. Bug we talked about last week, I think there was a bug that node op upgrades didn't always sort control planes first. You had to have a node selector for that to work. Not on purpose, it was a bug, so this is fixing it. I think I cut a release of the operator. I'm not 100% sure. I think we have a fixed release with that. This is the fix. This is the first try to fix another, I won't say bug, but problem. We discussed it last week as well. An upgrade pod was started on all nodes, inside the upgrade script, we checked the version and we didn't upgrade if the version was the same. And that's okay. We did schedule a pod. The actual problem is that when it completed, without no op, right? Nothing happened, but it completed. Reboot and cordoning was still a thing because we first cordon, we plan the reboot, we run the script does nothing in this case, and then it reboots and uncordons, which is for no reason. I mean, if you're not upgrading the node, there is no reason to cordon it and reboot it. This was the first try, which wasn't good. It was trying to compare images, but I then remembered why we never compared images, because the image could be mirrored on another place with a different name, and it's a chicken egg problem because you first build the image and then you push it, so the name of the image is not actually known at the build time. So stepped back a bit and implemented it differently. And differently means this, which differs the cordoning and reboot planning for later. So it allows you to specify a preflight check. I think I have a documentation. Yeah, so this is the PR. So it allows you to specify a preflight check, which runs before the controller decides whether to cordon and reboot the node. So the preflight check could be anything, but if it writes something to the termination log, I think it means it should continue or it should stop. I don't remember. No, I don't actually remember. Yeah. So if you write something in termination log, it means there's a reason to skip, don't continue. So if the preflight check writes something there, we skip the rest of it, and the reason is what you wrote there, and that's it. So that's on the node op. It's a generic thing. People can just use it for whatever they want, to check whatever they want. But then on node op upgrade, we use that to skip when the version is the same. So that's the way we fixed it. Is that clear to everybody? There is also documentation, so you can check there and an example.
Yeah.
All right. So this was closed because the first try. Then we have insecure registries. That's the initial pull request on Kairos SDK. It's pending a PR in AuroraBoot, which is here, and then one in Kairos agent to allow people to pull from insecure registries or with HTTPS if it's running in the cluster and things like that. Build Git natively in Dockerfile Git. There was a, I think, problem that it didn't build for some architecture. I think a hard-coded architecture, and that was just an example. But we do build the example as part of the CI, and it was failing. Yeah, the common configure args which we passed down that made it think it's a cross compilation. Anyway, mostly CI fix. And then Ichaka, I think you tried to fix it in other places with this PR.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same thing.
There is also something in there to make sure that we don't pass that wrong build stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it shouldn't change that much because after all, it's not cross compiling really.
Mm-hmm.
But rather, let's just make it as expected for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we already discussed this one. Wait, it's the operator. That's the ticket. That's the fix. That's the upcoming event in Barcelona, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Happening
But this was
week.
just about adding it on the website.
What do we have? Is that the first page? Somewhere?
Yeah, there's one on the first page. We show what's upcoming, and then you can also see historical data there, right there.
This one. Nice.
And I was
More
notified
prominent.
that we also got accepted to SRE Day in Lisbon, June 25th. So I just gotta check that I can go, and I will add it as well.
Nice. All right. The documentation for the preflight check has been merged. Trying to fix CVEs. That's the first run of the SDK. Then others appeared. Edge VPN again, security reports not really affected by it, but it was easier to just bump the dependency than trying to skip it in all the places where it gets reported. And I think we have a new Edge VPN release which we need to bump in all other places. So the bumping dance. Archiving this column, and let's see what we have under review. This wasn't. This is no format. We discussed it last week for YIP. Did anybody review that?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
This has been merged.
I think it's merged and even released on Jeep. It just needs a new release on the rest of the things that use it. So Kairos Agent probably. I think Kairos Agent has it updated as well.
Do we need docs, or is it already documented but was broken?
I think there is docs on Jeep, but once it gets released, it probably adding it to the format docs in Kairos. It's good.
All right, I put a comment there. So it's waiting for a release and docs. Provide the Q button. That was Dario's feedback, but we haven't picked it up yet, or have we?
Yeah,
we did, William. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I have. I've responded. I've created a provider Kubernetes implementation. It actually works for a single node multi for a single control plane, control plane with one with multiple workers and with multi-control plane and multiple workers. So now I'm speaking with Dario, and so the implementation that he was expecting was, so that he was hoping for, was to implement the latest upstream plus two plus two previous, so latest minus two versions, but that implies with the kubeadm libraries. So this is something that upstream Kubernetes doesn't respect, doesn't like. They say you should implement the binary, and we take care of the backward compatibility. So what Dario was suggesting was to have the library implemented, and then would require us to have 3 branches all the time. So let's say for 134, 135, 136, and we would have to maintain. He proposed also that he would help, but the problem that I have with that personally is that we end up with another provider that is half maintained by us, and we still rely on the community to support. What I did, I implemented the binary as upstream suggests, and I wrap around the binary for the 3 releases. So I still support 34, 35, and 36, but I implement it as upstream suggests. Dario had a look at it. He said, "Okay, this is not what I was expecting, but it works, and we can go ahead." Now I'm waiting for his go ahead and for the official go ahead in the issue, and then we can. I want to implement the externally managed control planes, so that they can give it a go with the Kamaji hosted control plane pattern.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't fully get what upstream wants from us. What does implement the binary mean? But
so, well, they say you shouldn't be downloading the whole the whole code base of you shouldn't be implementing the code base of kubeadm, but you should implement kubeadm itself. So because
So not use it as a library, but use it as a binary directly.
Correct.
Okay. Sell out to what they build. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, and that's what I did in there. Yeah, it makes the supportability easier as maintainers. And if we want to go with the libraries, I mean, we can go. But I think it's going to be quite a heavy lifting every time they drop or they deprecate some features.
Let's not. Let's not do that. All right. Sounds good to me. By the way, does it have tests?
There are some tests. I there are some. I can I should make more, but I started, let's say, with the assumption that a lot would be changed. So I said, well, I will do end-to-end tests, the end-to-end test suite after I get the go ahead by you guys and by Dario. So, but it looks like from Dario I have the go ahead, and then you guys are the next ones. So if you had to look at the code, but it was a lot of code and he was busy. So
Just start with the test suite that tests maybe what we say we support. Maybe what you just said, like one control plane and one, or just the end, the ultimate tests. So two control planes, two or three workers, right? And then that proves it works. So we have a start. Like when it
yeah.
breaks, we're gonna add more, but that's a good start that proves every time we open a pull request that it still works and builds them maybe the most complicated setup we support for now.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, nice.
I also ping you, William, if you can add the different teams that require permission. I sent you a screenshot for that.
Different themes.
Teams, people with access to the project.
Okay, I didn't see that. No, sorry, I don't understand, Mauro. Where?
I sent you in the Slack how it should look, but basically so that maintainers, contributors, and administrators has the right access.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right, good job. Next one, AuroraBoot extra CMD line support. I think that was the leftover that didn't work and none of us could pick up because it's not an urgent thing, but it was contributed, but I guess we'll still leave it there. Update CoCo documentation. I left it there last week because it was saying that Hedron is not working, but Hedron is now working. And now I left it still there because I didn't have time to actually test the operator, the CoCo operator. I mean, we know it comes up and works, but I was hoping to save some time from building my own images and uploading AMIs if we had the release. So this release should give me a publicly available AMI to play out with. That's why I didn't try that out. And I think I'm going to do the same this week because the release is more urgent. So when we have the release, this will be faster. That's Cloud Native Day. Yeah, that was assigned to me because Mauro can't make it, and we applied there for 2 talks and a lightning talk. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure, Mauro, we keep them around or we...
You can remove it from here. We keep track on the outreach board.
Remove from project.
Yeah, that should be okay.
Retry flags to kill and show errors. I did it this morning because CI is failing and doesn't show what was wrong. At least we see that GitHub is throwing 500 and things like that. And I added retry flags. I just did it some minutes ago, so please review. And then bumps from Mauro to fix CVs getting to the release. Yeah. All right.
I've got something else in review that I sent out. I don't know if somebody already looked at it.
Wait.
The AuroraBoot.
Yeah, they are merged, I think.
Yeah, two are merged, but I pushed another one that
Yeah.
I needed to wait for those merged to rebase. Basically, it's adding some feature to AuroraBoot UI. So it's wiring the AuroraBoot UI with the Redfish implementation as it stands now to provide visibility of what state is the provisioning through Redfish. Is 537. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there is something happening there.
It has been approved, but it has CV problems.
Yeah, but, everything in AuroraBoot has CV problems.
But
So,
I fixed it already, the CV, so it's just rebasing, I think.
but the OSV scanner is gonna be you took care of an OSV scanner?
Yeah, just this morning. Yeah.
Okay, then I rebase it and I see that Ichaka approved. Thanks, Ichaka.
All right. And now it's in the board as well. All right. So what are we currently working on, or what we were working on last week at least? Bumping Ubuntu to 26.04, it had an open pull request to run the tests for it. Did that work?
Not fully. So most of the stuff did, but UKI is broken. There's something to do with the C6, so I'm not sure what's going on. It's very, very weird. I have to investigate that because it looks like it's a real problem. So, yeah, will be some system D change or I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a secret patch again.
Oh God, I hope not, man.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Okay. Supporting secure registry URL, it's the top level ticket which will result in AuroraBoot and Kairos agent pull requests. So like a small epic. RISC-V support tracking issue. What's left for that?
So we were having problems with the pipeline in Hadron. I managed to figure out a configuration where the cache can be maintained through the x86 emulation, and only the last part where we do the system D that breaks in the emulation we do on RISC-V hardware, and that seems to work well. So I also was able to boot and install on a Fedora, what is it, 42 or something? Yeah. I reached out to the maintainers about the later versions because that version is EOL. So we'll see. But I would hope that with those changes, we can start testing Hadron properly and have a Hadron release. Yeah.
Nice. There is also the Kimu patch for Bean FMT was merged already. So
Nice.
potentially we will be able to skip that issue. Potentially.
That's
but
fantastic.
I think the stuff that you added is much more nicer because if there is another problem in the future, then your patch will just allow us to not have to deal with this in such a quick way and having to, drop stuff and things like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have to follow up with the adopters. Haven't had time. Probably after the conferences.
Right. Then the AuroraBoot insecure registries, I think it's ready, but I have to test it out. I think maybe CI was broken. I don't remember exactly. I have to check. This one is preparing the talk, I guess. Why did we see it here as well? Or not? You moved it? It was always here? I don't remember.
Yeah, just to show that I'm working on that. So that
right.
Yeah, so you guys are aware.
Move on. Okay, there was a discussion to move from the Kairos.io org, move the repositories that we don't actually maintain. I think we generally all agree. But
yeah, it's mainly having discussions with the people who actually use them, right? And figure out the answer. So I don't know. We can remove it from here because I don't think this will be 1 week to another problem.
No.
Are we planning to make them? I mean, if they're public, they stay public, and GitHub usually redirects you when you move a repo, so it shouldn't be a problem for anybody. They just, I mean, Git will also work with the redirection, so they shouldn't even notice. Why?
I guess so. I just don't want. I don't know. I want people to at least know that this is happening and open it on wherever organization they want to host them.
Okay. All right.
There could be a sort of deprecation, an early warning that this such repo is going to be moved in such other repo, blah blah blah.
Yeah, indeed, that would be nice. Yeah.
But I mean, the canonical location for this is GitHub, and GitHub redirects you anyway. I mean, I don't expect anybody to generally poll our board or tickets and see this. They will probably all notice by seeing the redirection at some point. So it's not like we are going to wait there for a month or two until everybody sees that. Most of the people will see it because they will be redirected, so it should be okay. This is bumping depths in NIM. So Itzhaka, you were worried that the bump of the Kairos SDK in Imcore might break things. And for this reason, I tried to bump it on Kairos, and I have an open pull request to test it, but it never ran because it's blocked on CVs. So for some reason, we gate the PR completely on the CVs. It doesn't even run the tests. So I'm waiting until everything is bumped to rebase and retrigger and see if it's working.
I think I already merged the CV issue on Imu. Is it Imucore or which one?
So in Kairos, I think it's broken because it sees CV in Edge VPN, which I tried to fix with a bump this morning, and we have a new release, but need to bump it in Kairos in it. And I think it sees the same CV or another CV in K3S as well in the binary, for which I don't know if it has a fix or not.
I know, but we can just make a note and that's it.
Yeah, but CI stops there.
No. If you put the annotation on the, no, wait, this one is gripe.
Yeah.
No, but
just disable gripe.
K3S and K0S issues should not block the release, but HVPN will.
Yeah, but it's not a release I have a problem with. It's this pull request, which is even a draft, and it doesn't continue tests because something, I think,
because HVPN has the problem. But as soon as you fix all the internal ones, external ones should not impact. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, K3S is external. So if I rebase, you say,
you can just disable gripe in the PR.
Yeah.
If it's only for testing.
Okay, that's another option. But I don't even know why we have it in the PR. Maybe because, I mean,
yes, should be informed or something, just to know that that PR will introduce something that then later we will have problems releasing. I guess so. It's a pre-advice. So then when we go to release, we don't say, "Oh no, there is CVs."
Yeah, okay, but it can run, but it shouldn't block the tests from running. I'll have a look. I don't think it should stop it from running. In this case, I don't care about CVs. I only want to see the tests run.
Well, it stops from running because you won't produce an image, right? And the point also of that is that if it's just hey, you should look at this later, I guess people will just ignore it.
That's what I want to do, ignore it. It's by design. I want to ignore it because I don't care at this point. It's fixed on main, right?
Just run it locally, man.
Indeed. I think we had it before, right? A warning. And we didn't care.
I will sneak it back in Friday afternoon.
Go ahead.
And then Kairos conversations.
Yeah, just so that everybody knows, I am doing the first session of interviews about Kairos topics. So if anyone is interested in participating from the community, we would love to hear about adoption, about, I don't know, use cases. It doesn't have to be anything formal, can be about a home lab. Everything is go. If you're interested, then just reach out. And otherwise, we will be publishing some videos with interviews with these fine gentlemen that you hear here every Monday. And hopefully that is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Remember that Discord channel about Kairos, which we didn't create? And there was a community, maybe we can throw a message there if it still exists.
Unfortunately, it was archived. I checked a couple of months ago. Yeah, but maybe I should check again. Maybe it's on archive.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Lots of things in progress. And now we added one more story, what we already discussed, and then we have to cut a release. William, you also had CAPI Epic open and started, and now you have the Cubadm as well.
Yep.
I expect these big epics to keep you occupied like forever.
Yeah, that's so I'm going to this week. I'm going to be working on the CAPI on the provider Kubernetes and the AuroraBoot Redfish.
Ah, you have that as well. Yeah, 3 big tickets. Okay, I don't think you need any more work.
I could do without
pretty
it.
Sure he can deal with something. Put something else on top, just in case he gets bored.
Okay, but I don't know which epic which story is the next CAPI store, but if you start working on something, just pull it in here so it's visible what we are working on. Mostly for external people. From my side, I was hoping to finish the insecure registries thing, and there was an operator bug I wanted to fix. Or was it done? No, it was the to not schedule the upgrade. Yeah, the nope thing that's done. So I might be able to finish this and take some other story if 411 is out. So my main focus will be to help get this out and finish the stories I have open. But near the end of the week, I might be able to pull something else in from 4.2 or even this spike. Mauro, you have an event coming. When is Barcelona? Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Next week,
Next
16th.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, you have to prepare things. Ichaka, you already have Ubuntu going on, the bump, and
that's it.
That's
okay. All I'm gonna do.
And maybe the spike if you have time. So maybe we can just pull after the release, pull some stories below 411 from 4.2, unless there is an urgent bug. So let's have a look first. Let me check these. Docs, ticket, NVIDIA. I don't see anything from 4.2 or an urgent bug. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the Kairos repo and incoming tickets and see if there's something we can.
I need to buy a break.
Which what Mauro mentioned, but that's not urgent. A dashboard for releases. Improving dependency upgrade, we discussed it as well. So instead of having multiple renovate PRs, we were discussing that maybe we can have AI combining them in one, although renovate can already do that. The problem, I think it doesn't. So ideally, you would have one pull request bumping everything that has a CVE on it, and then maybe split requests a pull request for the rest of them, which are not urgent, so we can quickly, merge anything that has a CVE and let the others be more flexible and, not urgent. But I'm not sure if that combination works with Renovate. Otherwise, we would have to maybe implement something. Also not super urgent, but yeah, maybe if someone has inspiration and wants to try that out, feel free. Fleet server hardening, that one we discussed partly. I think that's part of what William is working on. Another follow-ups for Redfish. All of these are part of this epic, I guess. Carousel link should open on latest table. I think we already worked on that. Mauro, do you remember correctly?
Which one, sorry?
The carousel links in the main site not linking to the latest release.
Yeah, I think Will is working on it.
He's working on it. Yeah, okay. He said he's working on it. Nothing to do there. Where was I? This one we discussed. This one will be closed with the node op. Actually, why is it not closed? Maybe I forgot to put the magic comment in the ticket. No, maybe it's not. So there are multiple issues here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Let me actually pull it in so I'll have a look. It says bug operator. Bug operator. Where is it now? Bug operator. I'm gonna move it below the release. This one we discussed. This is what we are hoping to fix by this spike. Be able to clean up disks with leftover data from previous installations. This one we discussed. This one is under review. I think this is also about the cleanup, no? Extra partitions duplicated when configured in both ISO and user data sources, or is it another one?
No, I think that's the one about the interactive installer.
Yeah, but I don't think we are fixing that directly. We are allowing people to fix that.
Okay, so 3 tickets are the same thing. This one we discussed, this one obviously we discussed, and the others are not bugs or anything. So last thing I want to do, but wait, where is it? Roadmap. Come on. GitHub is such a pain in the ass that even if it works, I'm grateful. Usually you get unicorns. No unicorns is the good state. So 4.2. After we got 4.1.1 out, which is a patch release, then we're on a bigger thing. Just let's see if what we are doing is actually focused on this release. So William already said he might work on CAPI this week. Someone offered to Will, I think, offered to work on Stig. He asked the question there.
Yeah, indeed.
But then he had a follow-up question, which I don't think we replied to. Give me a second. Yeah, but I don't know the answer. So, Ettore, since you opened it, if you know what the answer is on this.
I guess yes. Let's say yes. I mean, it's the general stuff, right? For Hadron, so.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Yeah, help is welcome, but we need to. I think we need to review internally. I mean, we need to take care of the bits. You know, we cannot let external contributors, you know, to hand it over completely, right? So I think.
But there's work to be done. So I mean, if they can do it, we get it for free everywhere.
It's not clear what we should take and what we should not take out of this, because this is a bit like of a spike. We have to first figure out what applies or what doesn't apply for us. Like some of the option, like I don't know, disabling USB. You know, this is something we can't do, right? So we should be clear. Hey, we can't do USB disabling. So we need to review. This is what I'm saying before going ahead, because it's not clear what is doable and what is not doable, and I think it requires somebody from the team to figure it out. You know.
Okay, just let Will know. I mean, just put a comment there. Let him know that this is, I don't know, maybe more complicated ticket and needs a lot of back and forth and discussion, and might not work through, you know, asynchronous communication like this. So maybe he can pick something else. But yeah, please answer there so he doesn't just wait. That's one ticket there. This one is already in. Mass support we haven't picked up at all. CoCo and NVIDIA waits until we have CoCo in general, which needs at least 4.1.1 out. That fixes, releases an artifact that works with CoCo on at least AWS. Still pending to check on actual hardware. Yeah, that's another thing I might work on. Tore, I might need to talk with you to find proper bare metal. We already discussed it a bit, but first thing I want to check is the CoCo operator on AWS to make sure we are not missing anything else there, and CoCo operator runs smoothly, and all our examples are working. And then I'll ping you so we can figure out which hardware we get for bare metal testing. Yeah. This one we discussed, and this one we discussed. So there are multiple tickets from 4.2 release that are already planned, plus some of them which we have partly worked on already and we can pull them in. So feel free if you run out of work to pick any of these stories. So I think we are good. Does someone need a more concrete plan and something to pull in here, or are you all good?
I kind of I don't know if it makes sense here, but I kind of need some information about the SLSA and the Cosign. What are we doing normally? Because I'm going to implement it for CAPI and for provider Kubernetes. So we should be signing the images. Is there something that I should know before I get started with that work, or?
You
For
should
SLSA?
know that we signed stuff already, I guess.
Yeah.
We have some level, but I don't know to which degree. I don't think we have the final grade of SLSA. There is still work to do, no, Ettore?
Yeah. We miss basically also the part where we build everything internally with self-hosted workers.
Okay. Oh God,
is,
really? That's a requirement?
Yeah, for SLSA, for a higher SLSA level, yes, you need to have complete control of your building infrastructure bits. But I don't remember now. I see some article about GitHub that was somehow allowing that, or kind of having some kind of they were basically compliant. So it needs a little bit of study around that also.
Yeah, that's that was my point, Ettore, because I can be kind of independent, being part in the Kairos organization. I can be kind of independent and go ahead and sign through GitHub, but I don't know if there is something that where I should end off to, I don't know, internal infrastructure, Spectre to get it signed. So I don't know. But I'm not blocked on that. I can go ahead and sign. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's just because we were considering, to up level our security. But yeah, there is nothing on paper yet. So.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to mention? Anybody?
Let's do it.
All right. Have a good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's. I guess it's good news. The CAPI provider now. Well, now as soon as Adron is ready, the CAPI provider now has another infrastructure provider, which is Metal³. So tested end to end, same use case as vSphere and KubeVirt. Now we can deploy with Metal³.
William, have we submitted any talks around CAPI support on Kairos, or generally speaking, I mean, something relevant to CAPI that also mentions Kairos? Because I think we get a lot of questions when we have a booth about CAPI. People don't realize we already support it, maybe even partly.
I am planning to submit a talk for Kubernetes on Edge in a KubeCon North America.
Nice.
But if we want to do something also in some event in Europe, just let's do it. Let me know which one. Maybe Mauro, you have a vision of. There are some talks that I want to apply for that are not Kairos related, but I want to also apply some Kairos related talks. So
yeah, I'll send you the list that I have, and feel free. I mean, if we both apply with something, it's also fine. And there are some events that I that interfere with personal things, so I cannot go. So you can also apply to those if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else? 3, 2, 1. All right. Have a good day. Good week.
All right.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.